At this point, we want to take a look at Venn diagram. Now with Venn diagram, we want to explain what Venn diagram actually is and how it is important in this topic called sets. Now we'll see how many ways we can represent Venn diagrams and the kind of diagrams that are used to represent Venn diagram. Now let us get into it. A set can be represented by any closed figure, such as a rectangle, a circle, or a triangle. Any of them can be used, etc. We could talk about any figure that is qualified to represent a set. Now look at something. The diagrams representing the set are what we call the Venn diagrams. The Venn diagrams are therefore pictorial representations of sets. So if you want to represent sets in a picture form, that representation is what we refer to as Venn diagram. So if you check from here, I have the set A, which is 2, 4, 6, 8. I have the set B, A, B, C, D, E. That will be letters or alphabets. Then I have the set C, 1, 2, 3. Now each of the set is represented in a particular diagram or a particular figure. Now the figure here is a square, and I'm using 2, 4, 6, 8. I could even use a rectangle, which is also a four-sided figure. Then I use a circle here, the circle representing the set B with A, B, C, D, E in it. And then I use a triangle representing the set C with 1, 2, 3 in it. Now all these are what we refer to as Venn diagram. So with Venn diagram, we can use any plane diagram or plane figure, or it could be any pictorial form of a figure to represent the Venn diagram. The Venn diagram also helps you to get a clear picture of the relationship between one set and another set. So if you check, you realize that we have given you the pictures and we have given you the sets. The sets have now been embedded in the pictures or represented in the pictures. So that shows you clearly that sets A, B, C are not the same, since they have different diagrams representing them all together. In a Venn diagram, the universal set is represented by a set of points in a rectangle, and every subset is represented by a circle. So this means that if I have, let's say, this rectangle, this becomes my universal set. It becomes a set under which all of them are described, or all of them are being described. Now, if you want subset of this set, which is a rectangle, then you have to use a circle to represent your subset. The reason is that you cannot use the same rectangle to represent your subset, because we want to differentiate or distinguish the universal set from the subset. So circles are preferred to represent subset. So please take note of that under Venn diagram. The points inside the diagram represent the members of the set. So those that are represented in the various diagrams are what we call the members of the set. If you check right from the diagram, you can tell the number of members or the number of elements in the diagram. So the Venn diagram actually helps you to know the number of members of a particular set. So to conclude, we should know that Venn diagrams are actually diagrams that are used to form pictures for sets. So if you list a set and you want to represent that set itself in a pictorial form, that is when we go in for Venn diagram. And as I said, the Venn diagram can be in different shapes. You can use any shape for any set you want. The shapes actually distinguish or differentiate between the various sets. And if you are using the universal set as a rectangle, please, the subsets cannot be rectangles. You must use circles to represent your subset. And the one important thing about Venn diagram is it will also be able to help you based on the diagram you are representing. It will help you to know the number of members in a particular set. So this is why Venn diagram is important in our set. So take note of that and know how you draw your Venn diagram.